Hello, I am Abby Pritchett, and this is the story of my life. My twin brother Mark and I were born into the society called Delaware. We lived underground in our tiny rooms, but none of us really minded. No one ever really did much around there anyway, except when we were required to use the treadmill machines in order to keep our bodies in shape in case we needed to escape. But even then, we could only go during our regulated times. The government was always strict like that, but it was, as they claimed, to keep us safe, so they were never really questioned. Anyway, we were all connected to a virtual reality system that came to be known as the world. This is where we lived, learned, and played. Here we learned of the great dangers of the surface world, and of the history of the surface, which mostly consisted of the devastation of World War III. We were attacked by Korea, and soon the whole world was in all-out nuclear war, destroying the surface world. Luckily, our great American leaders had planned ahead for this and built the underground society we live in today. Mark and I excelled in school and became friends with Evelyn McKay. We grew up, happy to live in our society and blissfully unaware of the truth. So we lived from day to day, reading, playing, and writing, until the day came that our mother reached her 50th birthday. We had the usual ceremony, and since couples are meant to be together, we knew that this would be the day that they both left. It was traditional for those who reached the age of 50 to be transferred to the other bunkers so that they may live out the rest of the years peacefully. On that night, we said our goodbyes and rested peacefully. I was shaken awake by Evelyn, though, and she explained that she was on the mills last night. She heard the voices of our parents, and they were screaming. On our next mill shift, Mark and I reported ill, and when the officials left, we snuck out through the clean halls. We found a maintenance ladder and climbed up to the surface, where we needed to escape the eyes of the cameras. When we reached the surface, we saw cold streets and life. But not a live life, robotic communities bustling about. There was grass growing and the skies were a clear blue. Our parents' screams interrupted the realization of the normality of the surface, but were soon followed by two loud bangs. I tried to scream out their names, but Mark stops me and we returned to our lifeless bunkers. It was at that moment that we realized that we had been living a lie. When we reported back into the world, we tried to tell the others of the falsities of their lives, of the bright skies of the surface world, but everyone scoffed at us, and no one believed us with the exception of Evelyn. She and I made plans in the night to leave this wretched, false life, but Mark ignores our scheming, insisting that we stop before the government gets us too. We have none of his fear, though, and tell him that we will leave with or without him, and he will be alone. He reluctantly agrees, and soon we put our escape plan into action. We managed to get the same mill shift, and we leave the way Mark and I did on that day, except we ran as far as we could and escaped the city life. We left behind that whole corrupted society and ran until the cities departed, and we were left with only the grass, sky, and now dirty jumpsuits on our back. With time, we discovered a colony of other humans, and here we thrive, living our life with the freshness of life and in the true reality. In the words of Jane Eyre, I am no bird, and no net ensnares me. I am a free human being with an independent will, which I now exert to leave.
Look at the stars, look how they shine for you, and everything you do. Yeah, they were all yellow. I came along, I rode a was all yellow. Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turn into something beautiful. And you know I love you so. You know I love you so. I swam across, I jumped across for you. Oh, what a thing to do. 'Cause you were all yellow. I drew a line, I drew